Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel here on Global Conquerors, a weekly podcast, Conquest. This is episode 47, being recorded on October 15th, 2024. This is a Tuesday, not a Sunday. So there are some more recent things in this than usual, but hey, it means you guys, this one's not as out of date. But your host, SMGFrenzy, joined with your other host.
As an ADC, back with the weekly podcast, recording this a couple days from our previous recordings, our typical recording session. So, yeah, not that much to talk about in the esports world. A little bit of general, not that much, but we're like we always do. We're gonna promise you the weekly podcast as usual, whatever news is out. And yeah, we'll get started on the first topic. So I'm gonna send it over to SMG Frenzy.
Yeah, and our first topic continues on from last week where we talked about how Giacomo was let go by EG and we were wondering where he would go. Well, we figured it out pretty quickly. Giacomo is going to G2 Esports. G2 released a video roughly almost a week ago now where they were pretending to break into the EG jail and they were wondering why nobody was there because you know how the joke how EG is a dead org and they have no one working for them. So they find Giacomo just by himself in a jail cell and they're like, we broke him out like it was no issue. But yeah, Giacomo's on G2. G2 is going to be G2 is already a pretty strong team. I think now they'll be stronger with him. So it was a funny riff as well. I don't think people were expecting EG to get hated on this blatantly, and as an EG fan, I thought it was funny. So, but yeah, good for him. Glad for Giacomo.
Yeah, I mean, we thought it was gonna be a lot longer, like a couple months, but ended up being literally a week after.
Yep.
Not even maybe a couple days um prior to when we recorded that last podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I know G2 was good. Um but adding this type of player, and then I mean, he's, you know, everyone talks about him, how good he is, and to just go to, I feel like he went to this team because he has the right pieces to help him get over that hump and get at least the first place finish that he wants,
Yep.
and maybe he could catapult this team to do that. So, yeah, not. I mean, it came a lot quicker than we expected. We thought it'd be at least a month or two down the road, but it ended up happening quicker. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, congrats to him. I mean, he found a home, and he probably found a home where he's comfortable in, and where he's gonna feel like he's gonna be able to up up his game a little more now with the supporting cast that he has, or he needed, now that he has it. So
Yep.
good on him, and let's see how they do once the season gets rolling.
Basically. To move on to more Rostermania, we move over to the HCS side, where two teams have kind of already upended their rosters. We have Native Gaming that has already now let go Tapping Buttons, Gilkey, and Barcode, 3 out of 4 players. So that was pretty damn quick. Um, APG is currently their only player now. Who knows if he stays or if he goes to another organization. And on the other side, Sentinels have dropped their entire roster. So that's another 4 free full agents. And then on another side, Optic Gaming is rumored to be dropping Lethal, not Lethal,
Lucid and
Lucid in Trippy, yeah. So that will be interesting.
yeah, it's. I mean, you told me that we were expecting every team to make a change, even besides SSG.
Yep.
I mean, SSG dominated the whole year besides one tournament, and I think they only finished third
Yep.
in it. And yeah, I mean, did we expect a bunch of all the teams to make changes? Not really. I didn't think FaZe would make a change, but from the way it sounds, rumors are they are going to make a change. And I'm pretty sure. I think I'm not 100% sure, but there is this the way conversations has been going and the way Foremost has been talking on stream that I mean he's gonna, if he's gonna compete this year, he wants to compete with a team that's gonna win most of the tournaments this year. Um, yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if FaZe does make a change. One of those players does end up going to Optic. I think that helps him a little bit in a way. For who, we don't know yet. We'll find out more later. Uh, I don't know. I mean, I think Spartan will get up on a team because he's now free from jail.
Mhm.
I mean, there was links about him going with APG and stuff like that. So I don't know. Sentinels. I mean, the Sentinels roster was good. I think they were just missing a little few things.
Yeah.
I don't. I wouldn't be surprised if 3 out of the 4 players stick. So like, I wouldn't. I would. Falcate, Boo Boo, and Suppress team of 3 go into it next year. I wouldn't be surprised.
Mhm.
I think that core 3. Lethal's in the air. No one knows if he's gonna play next year or he's planning to call it quits. I don't think he is.
I would say probably not. At least
Not
one more year
yet.
for Lethal.
Um, but yeah, I mean, top. I mean, I do think that if FaZe do make a change, one of the whoever gets changed will go to Optic. It just makes sense. Um,
Depends
it
how
makes
contracts work out. I know people were thinking that Renegade was probably going to join Optic, and like it goes back to the comment with Formal saying that he's not going to play another season if he can't get the squad that he wants. So and basically because it's who's it? It's Lucid and Trippy that are leaving Optic, and basically Lucid and Trippy are leaving together because I think Formal didn't want Trippy, and Lucid's like if Trippy leaves, I leave with him. So that leaves
Mhm.
a spot open for 2. If they pick up Renegade, they still need one more person to pick up. Some rumors were saying that Sickle from Shopify might come over too. That would be a really good team. Just is Shopify also willing to jeopardize their own roster by letting go of Sickle?
Well, I mean, they remember you did say that Lucid and Trippy are linked to Shopify, aren't they?
That's what the rumor is. Yeah.
So I mean, 2 out of. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if one of those up and coming stars end up on one of the Optic rosters. I mean, they're not. They ended up top 4 majority of the year.
Yep.
They top third. They were like the third best team, or third. They were fourth top 4 team. I mean, throughout the year. So I mean, I don't want to. I mean, it's crazy, but it really does matter if when the Optic and FaZe announce their rosters like fully. Then you'll start putting 2 and 2 together. Um, I don't know. I don't know where this Halo season is gonna go, but I mean to see it starting to happen now. I mean, Optic was the first to start with, so I don't know. It's a pretty insane to think that almost every team in the league is making a change, but Space Station, who pretty much dominated the whole year.
Yep. Space
So
Station literally don't have a reason to make a change, so there's no surprise. Every other team, it's just interesting how factions have already kind of started, especially on Optic. Literally, Form was like, I would like Lucid, but if I don't want Trippy, and since Trippy's leaving, Lucid's going with him.
Uh, that's crazy because I mean I thought they would have gotten rid of Penguin, but I mean Penguin didn't even play. He played pretty good this year. Or sorry, I dead zone. Fuck, I hate calling him that.
It's
I
been a
still don't like it.
year almost since he changed his name.
Still though, but yeah, I mean it seems like Formal I mean didn't say anything bad about him.
Yeah,
I mean he played pretty good at the finals. I mean he played pretty good.
yeah, he did.
So I wouldn't be surprised if those Formal and Dead Zone stick together. I think they are
Hmm.
from the way it sounds, and they're just gonna add 2 more players that can help them out. The fill that void. I mean, it's gonna be hard to upgrade Lucid if it isn't anyone on SSG or FaZe. Um, so we'll see. I'm pretty sure like if FaZe do make a change, one of that players will end up on Optic. There's no way. I mean, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but if not, then I don't know who. I mean, Optic would only go for the top. Someone from the top 2 teams, right? I would assume, or top 4.
I would say top 5 teams, and since they already can't pull from Space Station, it would be they would pull from
They
the Phase, Shopify,
Shopify, and then Pure.
yeah, and Pure. So I don't
Is there any?
know.
I mean, maybe someone from this old Sentinels roster. You would be surprised.
There's a potential. I mean, there's a lot of people could be flying around. You could see Frosty somehow go to another team. You could see a bigger fragmentation of like that old Tox roster that's on phase. Like, there's a lot that can happen. We just don't know what will happen, and I think it kind of depends on whatever Optic's able to get, and we'll see what the rest of the other teams are able to construct. I don't know.
I mean,
It's like same
we'll
with
see.
like tapping buttons. He's like a free agent now. It's like, does he stay on a North American team? Does he go down to one of the Mexican teams again, like he was for the past few years? There was one Mexican team that got, I think, top 6 this event, which is one of their highest placings. And he's like a veteran player. He could probably improve them even more. So there's a lot that could happen. It just depends on which two the Optic take, because that sets the stone for everything else.
We'll see. I think Optic will get someone off phase, or whoever leaves phase will go to, or will end up getting picked up by Optic. I think it just makes sense. I mean, Formal and Dead Zone. I mean, those are two good players. I mean, they played great. I think they played great throughout the whole year.
Hmm?
Those two players. Lucid was up and down. Trippy wasn't the usual Trippy from the first year to the second half of the year of last year.
Yeah.
Um. So it makes sense why. I mean, it makes sense why they make a change. I mean, they got second for a whole year slash the event, the last Worlds too. So,
Yeah.
and them being up 2-0 in the finals of last year, and then being up 3-0 in the finals of this year, it was time for them to change. Um, no one knew if it was going to be. I thought mainly people thought it was going to be Formal just retiring from Halo and going to COD, but he didn't end up on a roster in COD, so he's going to stick it out for Halo this year, hopefully, if he gets the roster. But if he doesn't get the roster, he gets this year. He'll probably be done after this year. So I mean, it's still a lot to go around. It's still pretty early. We just started getting roster announcements slash leaks like the last 2 days, so still fresh. Um, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's still too early for it, but by next week maybe we'll be more news on the Halo Rostermania. So, but it's gonna be exciting because almost every team but one is making a change. So.
No, yeah. I mean, the Halo. We were talking about it last week that the Halo roster mania is going to be kind of insane this time around because so much is going to change for every team, and it seems that the rumors are true. Every team but one's going to change. So I'm just looking forward to see what teams are able to construct, see who performs the best during the first event. And if it's SSG, I think we know probably how the rest of the season might go again, because it seems like they're shaping up to be the next Splice, how Splice was in H5. So we'll see.
Are you shocked that FaZe will make a change or no?
No, FaZe, I feel like is probably frustrated that
They
FaZe probably feels
dominated
like they
all.
should have been in Optic's spot, being at least in every final, or at least in 2 finals. But that's just not how it played out this time. So I'm pretty sure FaZe is frustrated they could not make top 2 at all this past year.
They dominated our last year, right? They only lost one event last year,
Yeah,
and it was only to Optic or
yeah,
two or two. I don't remember. I think Optic won 2 events last year, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And they played FaZe. Yeah.
So
Um.
I'm not too surprised that FaZe is changing because like always getting outside of the top 2 the entire year. It's kind of like Optic getting only top 2 the entire year. So they had to make a change to break that wall. At least to break the green wall and get to top 2.
Yeah, I guess. I mean. Uh. Yeah. I mean, I'm more wondering what the FaZe roster is gonna do, and like where people are gonna go.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We will see. It's still pretty early, like I said. News to come out sometime this week or in a couple.
No,
There
yeah.
might be one roster announcement later this week, or people getting released and stuff like that.
No, yeah.
So
I
we'll
mean,
see.
like, yeah, the next few weeks, even months, we'll learn more people are getting released and more. We'll get like a video from the teams being like, this is our new roster and whatnot. So we'll see that when it comes around. I think that's mostly it for the Halo side. We move over to Riot Esports with first Valorant, where famous Valorant coach, Coach Shet, has been suspended from the Valorant Championship Series for 6 months after streaming confidential VODs from his former team that he coached, Evil Geniuses, a long time ago. Um, these are VODs that the VCS was like, there's certain in-game VODs that you cannot make public, and this was one of them, and he was for some reason talking about it on a stream, and VCS like, you gotta follow the rules. So he got suspended. He said instead of waiting out the 6 month ban, he's gonna go back to his old job. His old job being CSGO coach. So he's looking for a CS team to now coach for at least the next 6 months, maybe the year, and then depending on how his season goes, maybe he jumps back over to Val. It was news that kind of came out of nowhere because I didn't expect to see his name back in the news again because he hasn't been really, to be honest, relevant lately. Yeah.
Wait, even I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know how this.
You can
But
stream VODs, but I think these were like pro game VODs that were like behind the scenes. I'm not sure what type of VODs they were. Either it was like scrim VODs that were like sanctioned between two teams not to be streamed publicly, or like match lobby VODs that Val says that the teams can't stream or something like that.
Hmm.
But we don't know exactly. But yeah.
All right, well. Yeah, my guy hasn't been relevant, and that's the only thing that came up besides him getting suspended. So
Yep.
that's pretty much it
Yeah,
for that.
honestly.
We got the biggest esport event in the world going on right now, and T1 might end up making the run.
Yeah, World
Well,
Swiss stage
I
ended
hate them.
recently, and some massive upsets, some massive underperformances, some massive. Hey, I realized you guys are good. I didn't realize you guys were this good. Came out, but we saw let me see. Yeah, all four Chinese teams qualified for the bracket stage. So LNG, Weibo, BLG, and TES. 3 out of the 4 Korean teams qualified. Genji, Hanwha Life, T1. Unfortunately, Damwon Kia fell victim to Weibo. One North American team qualified, FlyQuest, the number 1 seed, and 0 European teams qualified this time around. The first time ever this has happened. So, RIP Europe.
And hey, baby, we
North
taking over.
We are taking over, and you know the lineup for this week's matches, which actually the first match starts when this video goes live. You have LNG versus Weibo, so you have LPL Civil War. You have Hanwha Life versus BLG. You have East versus the East, Korea versus China. You have Top Esports versus T1. We've seen the same damn matchup every Worlds for the past 3 years. Same results has happened. T1 beats them 3-1, 3-1. Hopefully, once again, T1 beats them 3-1. And then next, Genji versus FlyQuest. I love America, but we're done. It's great that we got top 8.
Okay, if they upset, right? Let's just say they magically make the upset.
Yeah.
Do they have a chance of winning Worlds, or do they lose to T1?
They lose to T1, but them upsetting Genji is not impossible. Because FlyQuest has already played Hanwha Life, and if you saw, in Hanwha Life is currently the number 1 seed from LCK. FlyQuest almost beat them 2-0. FlyQuest choked the first game and smoked them the second game. So it's not impossible that Genji could get beaten by an American team. Which, if that happens, T1's winning World this year. Uncontested.
Wait, so it's guaranteed that if T1 win and Genji win, they play each other?
Yeah, they're on the same side of the bracket right now. So T1, if they win, and if Genji presumably wins this easy game, T1 will have to go through Genji to get to the World's finals.
Wow.
So T1... First, T1 has to worry about beating China, which usually they're pretty good at. So
I guess.
you know,
I guess.
and they know TES in and out at this point. They've played them so many times in this situation. It's just T1's probably not even thinking about the test game. They're literally probably thinking about the Gen G game, being like, how can we beat them once and for all?
Or how do you or practice with the NA team that are gonna play them
I
to
guess.
help them out?
I don't. It's a tough matchup, and obviously most T1 fans are like, damn, this time they really got to prove themselves.
Let's just say they do beat Genji. They win Worlds.
They have to win
This
worlds.
roster does not. It does make a change no matter what.
You think if they beat Gen G and
Yes.
win worlds, they change?
Yes. Mokhtar, you can't endure another year like that, bro. You
There's
just can't.
nothing that can happen that would make them not change.
No, they deserve to. They need to change.
What if they 3-0 Tess, 3-0 Gen G, and 3-0 whoever they meet in the finals?
Roster change, bro. You can't keep that roster, dude.
Okay.
Because look, let's just say you're at the high, and they're like, let's run it back, and the same thing happens, and it's even worse.
And then they go to worlds, and then they win it again.
Are you willing to go a whole year with them just winning one tournament, and it's only World?
Well, what would you rather have? Them winning every event and sometime winning worlds, or them losing every event but being 3-time back-to-back world champion?
The first option, I want to.
Really?
I mean, yes. I mean, you win more tournaments, right? But you win Worlds here and randomly. Let's say you win Worlds one year, then you win it 4 years later down the road. I mean, you have two, but you have accolades in front of it.
You're only saying this because T1 historically, even when they won worlds, changed the roster right after, and then won worlds again.
This is the only time they haven't changed the roster.
Yeah, and they could have won 2 worlds! Potentially 3 now!
If they win this World, change one player at least.
Who are they changing? Zeus is playing out of his mind. Owner's the best player on the team!
No, get rid of Zeus. He has to go.
Okay,
Or get rid of Faker.
that's not happening.
All right.
Faker, I think, was one of the top 2 mid lanes this entire event. Bro has not gone negative any game.
Who is T1's worst player?
Right now is Gumayusi, unironically.
What?
Yeah, Zeus has been carrying. Owner and Faker have been matching, and Carry has been playing about as same. Guma's been a little bit negative recently.
But he's doing his
He
job.
is, but you know who's saving it right now? Zeus.
Okay, then tell him to do that all year next year if he wants to stay. Why he do it? Why did he do it all of this year? Why is he now starting to turn up?
He realizes if he loses this, he's gone. He knows he's the first one out.
What does he not want to? Does he not want to leave T1?
Probably not. He's gotten so much respect and fame for being on T1. I don't think
Come
anybody
on,
would want to leave T1 willingly.
Mark Trev. They say if they tell you, yo, you got to leave. You know, I'm talking about you're on T1 and they tell you you got to go, bro. I'm sorry. Would you leave?
I'm like, let me prove myself one last time.
And they drop you the next day
Damn.
without.
Well,
What would you say then?
then I said, I'm going to your greatest enemy.
Whether they don't want.
I'm going to the discount version of your greatest enemy.
And then yeah. What's wrong with that?
That's what Hanwha is, and that's why they won this year.
That's why they're gonna win Worlds.
No, Hanwha's not winning worlds.
Yeah, they're gonna win Worlds.
No, they're not. Hanwha barely
Yeah,
made it to the group stage.
they're gonna win Worlds.
No, 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 no.
And they will win Worlds.
If that happens, I will be the second happiest man on earth.
Would you get that team's jersey?
Yeah, I would by far get a Flag Quest jersey easily. I'll be our
All right,
first and probably only ever worlds win.
but it would be a lot. Think about the teams. Let's just say you beat Genji and T1 and whoever in the finals. It gotta be the greatest run by NA.
I would say so. Yeah.
I mean, it would only be the greatest one because they would only be the ones to win Worlds.
Well, also it being the very last year of the LCS, yeah, it would be our greatest run, going out with a bang. We're already going out with a bang. This is our first time in the bracket stage in 3 years.
If they beat Genji, they'll win Worlds.
You think so?
They'll go to the final.
Okay.
I don't think they will. I don't know.
Second place at Worlds for North America, I think people will stop under. We're clearly better than Europe right now, which is something nobody ever thought we'd say. And
I
then
don't.
being able to beat Korean Titans, that would, yeah, I think we could easily say we're one of the best regions then.
But like, they get. I mean, it is getting better every year. No.
The number one team is our 100 Thieves in Lions got smoked. Team Liquid in bracket stage struggled. So like I think we're like a one team region.
But
Like we're super top heavy.
so like next year, you think since okay, so this team made it this far, would they make it to what is it, quarters next year or finals or I mean semis?
Maybe, yeah. There's a legitimate. I mean, FlyQuest has consistently been one of the best teams the past 2 years, so I don't think they'll get worse after this year. It kind of just depends on if they practice just as well and are able to keep up with the meta changes. The meta changes is what has hurt teams like Hanwha, like T1, which is why they started off really slow.
But T1 has the best player of all time.
Yeah, and then T1 was able to regain really quickly after that one loss test. Which is why when they play tests this Saturday, they're not losing the tests.
Okay, how do you feel about people saying if you have the best player in the world, why can't they win it all?
Because teams aren't just one person. You can say the same thing in football, both footballs, football and soccer. You can say the same thing in basketball. You can say the same thing in tennis. Like a lot of teams in all these sports have players who are like the best player in the world. Does their team win every year? Does their team win every event even in a year? No, not even.
So how come Real Madrid isn't good? If they have arguably like Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, Vinny, they have like almost four of the top best players in the world,
Is
and how
it
come they suck?
There's an example actually in the league. Back in 2019, G2 had the God roster, which was literally every best player in Europe was on one team. They were able to make it to the World's Finals. They lost. They ran the roster back another 2 years. They got worse and worse as it went on. Sometimes having good players, especially sometimes having all good players in one team, sometimes can make your team worse. Because everyone's a leader. Everyone wants to do their own thing. Everyone has their own right decision.
Okay, so
T1's lucky because like they have Faker, and when Faker's there, the team listens to him. They only
I mean,
have one leader, one voice. The second Faker's gone, they collapse. There's no one there.
Baker probably has more championships than everyone's in the league in their league combined.
Probably, yeah, yeah. I mean, you saw the photo of him with his trophies like 4 years ago, and he has more now. Like, it's kind of hard to compare somebody who's been a vocal leader and consistently one of the best players for the past, for basically as long as League Esports has existed. Even now, he's still regarded one of the best players in the world. T1's ranking goes up every game that they beat against the hard teams. They had a hard group bracket that they went through in the Swiss stage. Like, and they beat these teams 2-0, 2-0, 1-0.
Oh, I know. Don't trust me. I believe you, but like, I don't know, man.
It's frustrating to see this roster during like the LCK summer and spring because you see them have moments of greatness and they get to the finals as they do every year and they just don't do anything. And then you see them come to international events and they just smoke everybody. Because like you were saying, why aren't they doing that all year? Where was that all year?
Well, it's more so. Why the fuck hasn't Zay's been doing this all year?
I don't know. I wish I
You
knew.
look. This might sound faded. Do you hate when a player has been like a good player struggling all year, and then when he's needed the most, he does? Do you hate when he does that?
Yes, it's annoying because it's like you could have been doing this all year instead of just winning one event. Instead of walking away with one trophy this year, you could have walked away with four. T1 won LCK Spring last year. They lost MSI. T1 lost LCK Summer last year. They won Worlds. They walked away with 2 out of 4. Not bad. For any region, that's an achievement. For T1, that's another day. No one's been able to do I think you know the term league, the golden road, where you
Then
win
all
every single
everything.
trophy for that year. The closest
Yeah.
T1 got, I think, was when they won their second Worlds. Because they won LCK Spring and Summer, and they won Worlds, but they lost MSI. Then there's the opposite, where they won LCK Spring, MSI, and they won Worlds, but lost Summer. They're,
Wasn't there a year where they won everything but Worlds?
yeah, that was the year, that was when they were going for the three-peat. They won everything. They won Spring, MSI, and Summer, and then we're in the Worlds Finals and just lost against Samsung.
That was the first time Figurehead lost, right? In the
Yep,
final?
yep.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So, like, no team has been able to do the golden road of winning every event. T1 and Genji are the closest. Genji was going to get really close this year because they won LCK Spring. They
Yeah,
won
but got
MSI.
smoked.
They got smoked out of the finals for Summer, and then they're probably not winning Worlds this year. Genji last year was also close. They were smoking T1 and everything, and then lost in MSI and Worlds. So it's like T1 is the closest team to the Golden Road. Next year, Golden Road is going to be harder because you got to win 3 splits, 3 international tournaments.
And wait, you mean when you say 3 international, does that count Worlds?
Yeah, Worlds, MSI,
Okay.
and whatever the new event is happening in winter.
So it's what, 5 events? Or 7?
Six events. Because you have winter, spring, and summer for regular season, and you have winter, spring, and summer for international events.
Mm.
So it's going to be even harder. And if a team does it, if any team would win that, it would be T1.
Hey, man, we'll see. Anyway, matches are trying to get intense. T1 are playing like last year's T1 for once.
Yep.
Um, More like Zias is playing like how he's supposed to have been playing. Owner, my guy, has improved every year. That guy doesn't get the credit he deserves because everyone's saying that he's the one. I even said at one point he should be dropped. My boy has been. I was like, he's been balling all year. My guy has been playing good League of Legends all year,
Yep.
and he's their best player right now in the world. Think about that. A
What
year ago, I
happened?
wanted this man dropped because of his ego chow. He was chowing, bro. He, I'll never forget watching him when we watched him in person.
Mhm.
He aggroed some dude off rip and died, and we were like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
I'll never forget. We're like, "Why the fuck would you chow that?"
It went on to win the game against Tess, unironically, but
Well, I get that. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I get that they have, right?
yeah.
But like, are you serious? You ego chowed like your first death was you ego chowing somebody, knowing they had a higher level than you, and you were, I don't know. I mean, it's all right, but now he's good now. He got his stuff on lock. Owner for president 2025.
Sure. Yeah,
It's because he dyed his hair, dude.
I guess so, yeah. He looks like a K-pop star now.
Because when I did that, I unlocked my full potential too. Remember 2020?
Is that what you have to do to unlock your full potential? Dye your hair?
Yeah, you
Okay.
got to do it.
What color?
Blonde, first go.
Blonde's not gonna work with me. No way.
Or do it the Kenny way. You saw what Kenny's hair looks like now?
No.
It's like it's bleached, but it's not like it's like a uh copper, it's like a copper color.
Okay. Make me look
That's-
old.
No, I'll show you. But keep going.
Yeah. I mean, T1 looks pretty good. Everyone's looking forward to their match against Top Esports on Saturday, of course. But also, North American fans rally together on October 20th for Genji versus FlyQuest. This is our last chance for the LCS representative to do anything before the LCS fades into non-existence after literally this match. So please root for them, and this knockout stage is going to be very, very fun. EU fans, I'm sorry you guys lost all your teams. Bad Lines is trash. Fnatic, I had hope in you, but too bad. And G2, I'm sorry you guys went through one of the toughest brackets, but you want to win Worlds, sometimes you got to be playing better than the people you play against. So GG's. Support the only Western team left. Don't let it be just a full-on East versus East competition. Join FlyQuest. Join the Americans.
Why not?
That's all I gotta say.
An A for the win.
Literally. I think with that, that's it for our esports side. Move over to the general news side. We'll start off with Hurricane Milton, which did impact the state of Florida last week. Literally, I think a week or two after Hurricane Helene. So
I'm sorry, bro.
what?
Florida can catch a break.
Yeah, Florida
They
is
got uppercutted twice.
it's not been a fun time to be in Florida. Central Florida got impacted this time, so not exactly the same region, but it was Hurricane Milton spawned in as one of the strongest Category 5 hurricanes of all time. It impacted Florida, I think, as a Category 3 and left as a Category 1. So it was a hurricane the entire time. Obviously, they're still doing search and rescue. A lot of people still don't have power. There's been a few fatalities, unfortunately, for people who are unable to leave or unwilling to leave. But hopefully there's a quick and safe recovery for all the Floridians and just people in Florida in general at the time that are impacting the area. There's still people that are being recovered or trying to get their lives back to normal from Hurricane Helene in states of Florida, Georgia, especially North Carolina, especially towards the Asheville side. So once again, like we said the past few weeks, if you're able to help out, please do. If you're in those areas, if you're able to help supply power generators, water, food, donations to different organizations that are helping in these impacted areas, please do if you can. But that's the update on Hurricane Milton and I guess Hurricane Helene. We move over to Discord, which has been banned in both Turkey and Russia the past few weeks. Turkey says that they have banned Discord due to underage, not safe for work items happening on the site. Yeah. Am I surprised? No, because
No.
I'm pretty sure this happens with Discord everywhere, unfortunately, since it is one of the... Discord is somewhat discreet, where, if you don't invite someone to your servers, people can get away with really bad things, and that's the case with the reason why it got banned in Turkey. For Russia, on the other hand, they cut off Discord because Russian troops were using it to communicate, and Ukraine is like, this can be easily tapped so I can see what you guys are saying and where you guys are. And Russia's like, we know our army's dumb. We didn't realize our army was this dumb. So that's why it got banned over there.
Damn, bro. Damn. Well, RIP to Discord over there.
Yep. Use Discord to make callouts for COD, not callouts for real life war.
Yeah, what the fuck? Let me do the comms and shit, not y'all.
Yeah.
No wonder y'all are losing. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know what's going on over there anymore.
It's basically a
It's been quiet.
stalemate right now. It's back and forth. No one's gaining, no one's losing. But yeah, Discord has been banned from an additional 2 countries. Will it come back? If it gets reinstated in any country, it won't be Russia. It'll probably be Turkey later down the road. But yeah, that's the update on the Discord side. Over to the more nostalgic side. Many of you, especially those who grew up in the 2000s, might remember the Duck song, which was very viral on YouTube. You don't remember the Duck song?
I can't think of it.
He goes up to the lemonade stand and is like, "Do you have any grapes?"
Oh, yeah, that one? Okay, so
Yeah.
it is that one. Okay, so yeah, I do know.
Yeah, the Duck
What
song,
about
which
it?
has been going on for 15 years, had a few parts released over the past few years, and part 5, the final part, released last week. So 15 years of the Duck song. This childhood story has come to an end. A lot of people, of course, were nostalgic about it because the Duck did finally get what he wanted, which was not him getting grapes, but actually making a grape lemonade fusion for the Duck stand to help the dude make more money at his lemonade stand.
Are you fucking
I'm
serious?
dead serious.
What the fuck? Why did I wait?
Yeah, he was asking me if he had any grapes, not for the Duck to get the grapes, but for the guy to figure out, wait, my lemonade stand's not making money, but if I make a new lemonade with grapes, this will be revolutionary. And the Duck is like, yeah, my job here is done, and faded off into the sunset.
Who makes the?
It's like Forest Fire or something, but if you type in the Duck song, it's like the first thing that pops up. Duck Song 5 came out 4 days ago. But But are you watching it right now?
Yeah, go ahead, keep talking.
Okay. But yeah, the Duck Song had its conclusion. A bunch of people.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, this is the last one?
it's the very last one.
Wait, why did he say he's done?
Because he covered everything he wanted to. The duck got what he wanted. He asked, "Do you have any grapes?"
All right.
There's a whole story with some backstory, some foreshadowing, everything.
What the fuck? Why didn't I? Okay.
But yeah,
Okay, I'll watch it after the.
okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like I
I
said,
did. I thought it was just some regular Trolley ass song that I didn't know there was like. I'm guessing it was Trolley at first, and then he created a story with it later, right?
yeah, he's like, where can we take this? And he was able to make 4 more short videos about it.
15 years? How often did you release a video? Every what?
The first video came out, yeah, 15 years ago. The second video came out 14 years ago. The third video came out 14 years ago. The fourth video came out 6
2
months
years
ago.
ago.
So there was a
A
14-year
14-year
gap.
gap,
And then the
and
last video came
then
out 6 months
and
after the fourth. So it's been a while. He made a trilogy and was like, you know what? Let me end it off with not a saga, but close enough.
you're telling me what the fuck? All right, congrats, I guess.
Congrats for completing the Duck Song.
Someone said it feels so good seeing 4 hours ago instead of 15 years ago. I will miss you, sweet duck. Saw this as a child, finished it as an adult. Thank you for my childhood, duck. The fact that the voice still sounds the same after 50 years is mind blowing. The dude opened his lemonade stand when I was in middle school, and I'm pushing 30 now. I'm really glad his business has been good and sturdy for him.
I mean, I
Jesus
was
Christ.
literally 14 when it came out, and I'm about to be 24 now. Like, it's been a while. But yeah, congrats to the Duck Song for completing its 15-year journey. Move on to we always circle back to Elon Musk at some point, and we're back to Elon again, but for a good reason. Good reason.
Wait, didn't he release some robots too?
Yeah, we'll talk about that right after this because the robots not a good reason actually.
Let's talk about that, and then we'll talk about the actual good
Okay,
thing that he
fine.
did.
Elon recently debuted a few new things at like a Tesla showcase. There's like a new Tesla bus van thing, which looks pretty cool. Looks like something that came out of Tron. He had a new Tesla car that he rode out of the vent with, which looks cool. Then he had the robots. He said these were the first autonomous robots of all time that are able to do anything because they're AI. A few days later, we figured out that was a lie. The robots were being controlled behind the scenes. So while at the moment it's like, oh, these are cool. The moment that you hear the robots talking with the people, you're like, wait a minute, that's a little too natural. Sometimes robots didn't even let you finish your sentence and started responding. You know what does that? A person. Robots don't do that. A few days later, like, yeah, the robots were being controlled behind the scenes. That they aren't fully autonomous robots. The cool thing about them, yes, they do move pretty well. So that is nice. There's a long way to go to program them to be actual true AI robots.
I hope we don't get there, because holy fuck. You seen the movie, what's the name of that movie with Will Smith in it?
iRobot.
Robot? I Robot, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck no, we're not going back there. We're not gonna live that movie.
Have you seen like the Boston Dynamic robots?
I think so.
They released a new one I think a few months ago. That looks. You scared about iRobot? You should look at that one.
What is it called?
Type in Boston Dynamics robot.
Is this the same? Oh, it's like a school, right? Boston.
It's their new one. Let me
What is it
use.
called? Dynamic?
Yeah, Dynamics.
Dynamics robots.
Yeah.
New one?
It's called Atlas.
You mean the thing that came out 3 years ago?
No, not that one. There's a new Atlas.
A new fully electric Atlas robot revealed by Boston 5 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with
That's fully
what?
AI.
What do you mean?
That he controls himself.
Ooh, we gotta shut those down now. Shut them down.
His movement is fluid too. He just goes.
What do you mean? Like you move like a person?
You didn't see the video?
I have it up.
Dude, look at there's one that's like a YouTube short. It says Boston Dynamics unveils fully retires HD Atlas robot. There's like 19 million views. Or if you search up all new Atlas by Boston Dynamics, it's their video.
I don't. I don't know. Something about that just doesn't make my stomach sit right.
But it's the way that it gets up,
Oh,
how it bends its legs all the way around.
my stomach doesn't feel right.
Well, hey man, in the next 10, 20 years, we'll be working side by side with these dudes.
Uh,
This is our future. There's no going back.
why are we trying to get rid of ourselves, bro? Like seriously.
We'll see how it goes. But yeah, bad things from Elon, robot lie, but that's about it. Good thing from Elon, SpaceX completed another test flight of Starship recently. This time they did like an almost full test flight where they were going to test the hardest part of the flight, which is catching the rocket with what they call the chopsticks. This is the first time a rocket booster would be landing back on Earth. They have to catch it mid-flight. They caught it successfully mid-flight, which was very impressive, and also landed the main capsule in the Indian Ocean before it exploded, which was planned. So, congrats to SpaceX for achieving one of the hardest things in space history. If you have the chance to watch the video, I do recommend it. It's one of the few cool things that Elon actually does.
Is it to? It's supposed to save money on rockets, right? Instead of like them just blowing up and getting blown into smithereens from like space and shit, or like what?
Yeah, because
Or
generally, in the past rocket boosters, when they detach from the main capsule, they would just crash into the ocean and explode. This time, it's like, instead of having to waste and rebuild a new rocket each time, why not just reuse the same rocket? The issue is that it was really hard to land those, but as SpaceX has shown forever now, they can land pretty small rocket boosters easily. Bigger ones are a bit harder, which is why like it's harder to land it on legs. So why not just catch it? And they caught it. So they're finding ways to save money and continuously reuse the same rocket booster and over again, like the same way we reuse planes for multiple flights.
Hmm.
A big achievement, and this rocket is supposed to be taking people to both live on the moon and on Mars. So cool things hopefully coming in our lifetime. What I'll say.
can Elon Musk, dude?
Yep.
Oh,
But
finally something good.
exactly. And lastly, we have Cenat, who was for some bizarre
He has
reason.
been in the news twice, not once, twice. We didn't talk. I don't think we have talked about it yet.
No, I don't think we're talking about what you're thinking of. But for what's on the script, Cenat came to Athens the past week for the UJ versus Mississippi State game.
They
Why was
almost
he there?
lost.
Nobody knows why he was there, but he
He's
seemed to be enjoying himself.
he's a Georgia local. Well, he lives here.
I forget that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it on. Did you see him?
No, I only figured out he was there when they showed him on the screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
anyways, yeah.
But
Well,
it's cool he's here. The game, on the other hand, we almost don't talk about it because UJ was struggling. This should have been a game that they won by 20, 30 points. Instead, we won by 10.
it doesn't matter. Alabama barely won by 2, so we're in the same boat.
Yeah, the powerhouse teams are struggling right now. And now UJ gets to play Texas this weekend. Oh,
Oh, I hope UJ wins.
if we
The one
win.
time I'm rooting for them. The one time I'm rooting for them.
Well, you don't like Texas?
No, UGA.
Okay.
I need them to go down so that um Alabama and Georgia could go up.
And what if Bama loses their next game?
They better not.
But yeah, Cenat was here for the UJ game. You have another Cenat situation. Oh, Cenat met John Cena on his stream recently, and they were doing some really funny
That's what I
stuff.
was doing.
Oh, okay, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. So he was doing his promotion for his McDonald's meal. You know how every celebrity gets one. He got one.
Hmm.
He got himself a chicken Big Mac with a medium fry and a medium Sprite. Chicken Big Macs. Why the fuck hasn't McDonald's done it yet? Who knows? But it's been a success, especially because of his popularity, and who wouldn't want a chicken Big Mac? I have yet to get one. I've been wanting one, and yeah, I'm annoyed that I haven't got one yet, and I'm gonna go get one sooner or later. But yeah, John Cena came aboard, which is fucking crazy because who no one thought. But yeah, he was enjoying himself on stream, and they're having a good time. They tried the chicken Big Mac, and it was the craziest fucking collab I've ever seen in my life. I did not expect John Cena and Cenat to be on a stream together, and I'm surprised John Cena even did it. So it's pretty cool. In the streaming world, that something like that's happening. So
Hmm.
yeah, but obviously we know the memes where why is that burger floating, this and that. Why is that? Why is this some random dude? I don't know. It's random. It's funny though. But yeah, pretty cool. Yes, John Cena and Kai Cenat streamed it together, and it was pretty cool, and it was pretty funny.
Yep.
And also we talked about it a while, like a month ago, I think. But the Krabby Patty Wendy's meal has came out literally just last week. What the hell was that?
Well, okay. Have you had it yet?
No.
Okay, I have. I'm gonna give my thoughts right now. Do not buy this
Trash.
meal. Do not
Trash.
buy this meal.
Why?
It is a normal Wendy's burger with
Okay.
a little bit of secret sauce. The secret sauce is like a Szechuan sauce. It is so mild. It adds nothing to the burger. The fries, not worth it. The milkshake, it's supposed to be like a pineapple. You can barely taste the pineapple. It tastes like a vanilla frosty. Do not buy this collab. Most wasted collaboration ever.
It should have been fucking Burger King, in my opinion. But fuck everybody that didn't believe me. It should have been Burger King. I get Wendy's do something, but it should have been Burger King.
He's not wrong.
McDonald's has their collabs with the celebrities and stuff. That's cool. But Burger King should have done it because I think Burger King's burger looks more realistic to the Wendy's one.
Yeah, the Wendy's burger, no sesame seeds. What does a Krabby Patty have on it?
Sesame
Sesame
seeds.
seeds. What does a Burger King burger have in it? Sesame seeds. The opportunity was right there. Yeah, wait, fully wasted collab. Really unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna still give it a try. I have yet to try it. I don't know when I'm gonna go and try it. Hopefully, sometime this week. But I do want to try the chicken Big Mac too. So a lot of stuff to try. But the Wendy's one is I gotta give my opinion on it. But if Mokhtar says it's trash, it's probably trash. And you know how Sporky said, if you're trash, I'm trash. So
What are you
but
trying to
yeah,
say?
uh, you're trash. Well, you're just like me, trash. So yeah, we'll see.
Oh, I guess since we're doing sports every week, currently United States is playing Mexico right now, and they're losing 1-0.
Who?
Mexico.
Mexico was losing
No,
1-0?
Mexico's winning 1-0.
Oh.
They scored at the
Oh.
22-minute mark, which was 43 seconds ago.
I mean, I'm not. Yes, I'm playing with their best players, but still.
Yep.
Uh,
Saudi Arabia played Japan for the Asian Cup. Japan won 2-0. Messi got a hat trick against Bolivia right now, 6-0. Argentina
Messi the goat.
smoked them.
Yeah, but how long did he got Messi for?
I don't know, man, but if he's playing like this, maybe another few years. Maybe another World
He's,
Cup.
he scored a hat trick.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Thiago Alba, you remember that guy?
Yep.
He scored today too.
That's what you love to see.
I hate that guy.
But Argentina's getting Brazil Germany flashbacks tonight. Difference is that in the Brazil Germany game, at least both teams scored at least once.
Brazil? Are you sure Brazil? I thought Brazil was playing Peru.
No, I'm talking about the World Cup.
Yeah, I know, but didn't
Like the
Brazil play?
Brazil played Germany and got rolled.
mollywopped, like incinerated.
Yeah,
That
that was
we don't talk about that. I
7-1,
cried.
and Argentina went 0-6.
I almost cried, and I was rooting for Brazil. I was rooting for them to win the World Cup. Not even USA. Think about that. That shit is insane.
Well, like, you don't want to see the downfall of Brazilian soccer, and that was the year they're like, oh, Brazilian soccer's never recovering. Which they haven't, because they all play like the Europeans now, and unfortunately, the Europeans play their game better for the most part. For the most part,
Yeah, I know. True. Yeah, no, the way Brazil play, they play like European soccer now, and the way Brazil used to dominate back then because of their style, they don't do it no more, and that's why they're not really that competitive anymore. No offense, I mean they're still good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, but the players you got and the style of football that they used to play at, it's not the same, bro. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah, get your shit together, Brazil, please. And yeah, your team is insane. Y'all are pretty much Real Madrid 2.0, or y'all are Madrid just without Jude Bellingham and Mbappe.
Yeah,
That's it. But yeah,
yeah. I think
that's it.
besides that, is there anything you want to cover, or
Nah, I think that's everything. I don't think I have anything.
yeah?
Nope.
If that's it, I think you can go ahead and close us off.
I've been your co-host,
Oh yeah, before we
Assassin.
forget, sorry for no video this Tuesday. We will make it up to you by releasing 2 videos next week.
What?
2
2 videos? I
videos.
didn't even know that.
And
Don't
then
worry,
back to our regularly scheduled
I'm
content.
working on that Fortnite video. That's the special video that
Oh,
we.
actually, wait! Breaking news! CSGO majors, not CSGO, CS2 majors will now be expanding to 32 teams.
Woo! About time. No,
So,
I don't know.
CS is
They
now
probably,
turning to the World Cup Part 2, so that will be fun to watch, honestly, to see more competition from around the world. Maybe we'll get some
yeah.
nice upsets. But I think that's it. Go ahead and close us out.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching this episode or this weekly episode. As always, I've been your co-host Assassin with SMGFrenzy. Make sure you comment down below what you like, what you didn't like, what you got on your mind, what you think of the McDonald's chicken Big Mac and the Wendy's Krabby Patty promotion, obviously. And yeah,
Let us know if you think Crumble Cookie or Insomnia Cookie is better.
insomnia cookies.
We'll put a poll on Twitter. Please vote.
Yeah. Anyways, what the fuck? Why was that a thing?
I don't know.
Anyways, yeah. Go watch the other videos on the channel. We got some good videos. Minecraft will be coming back soon. We don't know yet when, but it will be coming back. And we're gonna rebrand that
We're
because
gonna do something on the spot. You're hearing it first. Minecraft Mondays starting January 2025.
what the fuck? What? Breaking news. So we're gonna bring the series back next year.
Yeah. We're gonna record it before next year, but it'll start releasing in 2025. So we don't miss a Monday.
We're gonna record 50 episodes now.
Yeah.
From now till then, we'll have videos ready.
Yes, sir.
So our backgrounds, our faces, our hair are gonna look different next year.
Or if it's even better, what if we speedrun it so we finish in like 14 hours?
Are you fucking crazy? Do you have 14 hours to spend? I don't.
Catch me on fall break, maybe.
Has me next year, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Minecraft Monday's coming to you live in 2024.
So we're gonna be
2025.
uploading Monday, Tuesdays, and
Thursday.
Thursdays
Yeah.
now. Wow, that's insane work. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, we will get there when we get there. But yeah, make sure you follow our socials down below as always. I will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Peace.